ABC Jack here. Vinyl Martini is back after a little bit of a hiatus during the holidays. Uh, Went to visit my daughter for Christmas Day, spent a couple of days in North Vancouver, and then we took a ferry over to the Sunshine Coast to a town called Gibson's. Best known, I guess, as the location for a Canadian classic, The Beachcombers, starring Bruno Gerussi, and a bunch of other Canadian actors did a fine job. It's a classic television show, classic location, beautiful mountains that reach right down to the ocean. Fantastic scenery. Weather, not so much on the Sunshine Coast. Weather a little bit rainy, but that's okay. It's December, and that's to be expected in this part of the world. And but my thumbnail is shows my granddaughter Shia. We were doing a little bit of a reveal of the records I bought while I was over there. She was helping me out. So Shia is 7 months old. She's crawling. She's pulling herself up on her feet. She'll be walking soon. So that's when all the trouble starts, as we all know. So wanted to say a Happy New Year to Shia and my daughter Sloan. 2024 was just a fantastic year. Got to spend time with all my family in different locations, and my son in France, my oldest son in Kingston, Ontario, and my daughter, of course, in North Vancouver. So that was a great year. Met so many people from the VC. I think I met 15 people this year. People who have channels on the VC, all the way from Ben Rankins from Melbourne, Art from North Carolina, and about 13 people who showed up at Mike's place for Mike's Kegger party in Boston. So just a fantastic year. Bought tons of records, and I'm going to show you the records that I bought in December, the last records I bought in 2024. There's not that many of them. There's 10 records I'm going to show, so why don't I just get started. I went to Apollo Records in Port Coquitlam, BC. I've talked about this place before. Always good prices, always great selection, and the records are always in mint condition. But I picked up Ronnie Blakeley's first album. Ronnie Blakeley is a forgotten name, I think, in the music industry, but she's probably, you might recognize her from, if you're a movie fan, from Bob Altman's movie Nashville. She played a character based loosely on Loretta Lynn. She did a fantastic job. I think she was nominated for an Academy Award. She didn't win. But anyways, before that, she was a singer. This is her first album on Elektra Records from 1971. I've got her second record. I think it was on Warner Brothers. But this is a singer-songwriter, country-based album. Her second album is great. I've never seen this out in the wild before, so I was really happy to see this. It was a $7.99, so well priced. It is a gatefold. Lyrics inside. Haven't listened to any of these records yet, but looking forward to it. I've just caught up on all the records I bought in 2024, so I have a new batch of records to check out, but I'm not facing 50 or 60 records as I usually am. Next up, talking about outlaws. I know MGK Boston Mike is always talking about Brian Embryonic Robot changing his channel name to the Outlaw Channel, but here's one of the original outlaws, Johnny Austin Paycheck. This is called 11 Months and 29 Days, 1976 release on CBS Records. Some fantastic tunes on here. Title tune, of course, The Woman Who Put Me Here. I Can Sleep With Her Memory Every Night. And the last song on side 2, That's What the Outlaws in Texas Want to Hear. So Johnny Paycheck, who was best known for his hit song, Take This Job and Shove It. Great to find on the Johnny Paycheck record. I don't think I've ever seen this out in the wild, and it is in pretty near mint condition with Johnny Paycheck. For all you country fans out there, I do not have any of Alex Chilton's work, but I do now. This is the Box Tops record. I think this is her first record, Cry Like a Baby, with the hit song Cry Like a Baby's on it. I love Alex Chilton's voice. I don't have any Big Star records. I will gonna try to pick up a couple of them because he's such a great singer. But this is a 1968 It is an original U.S. press. Really happy to have this. I'm looking forward to giving this a spin. You keep me hanging on here. The Trouble with Sam, Every Time, Fields of Clover, and Deep in Kentucky. So looking forward to listening to this. This was recorded in Nashville, I think, in Memphis, actually. Memphis. So the Box Tops, Cry Like a Baby from 1968. Seen a few people show some Cold Blood records lately. Lydia Pence, this is called Lydia, Cold Blood. Picture Lydia on the back. She's a tiny woman with a big, big voice. Great soul, funk album, blues rock. Lydia Pence, and the album called Cold Blood. And this one was from 1974. Again, mint release, and that one cost me, that was an expensive record. That was $12.99. Grabbed this immediately. I've never seen, I don't think I've ever seen a copy of this. This is a band called Backstreet Crawler. I've got their first record. They only did 2 records with Paul Kossoff. Paul Kossoff, of course, the guitarist from Free. This is the last album Paul Kossoff recorded. He's a fantastic guitar player. He died of an overdose shortly after this was recorded. So Backstreet Crawler, and this was a 1976 release, and again, just in beautiful shape. Fantastic. Next up is a forgotten singer-songwriter, really, a guy called David Ackles. I have his first record, which is just fantastic. This is his second record from I think 1972. His first album was released in 1970. And disappointing sales on that first record, and he took a 2-year hiatus, moved to England where he recorded this record and regrouped and recorded another fine record. Again, on Elektra Records. I've given a shout out to these early Elektra releases because they used to really have a wide array of artists. Of course, after the Doors, they're always looking for the next Doors. It wasn't David Ackles, that's for sure, but fine singer-songwriter. And this is called American Gothic. And you can see a picture on the back, just like the painting American Gothic. Really happy to find the next record. This is a Roberta Flack album that I never see in the wild, and this is Roberta Flack featuring Donny Hathaway, 2 fantastic voices that they did an album before on Atlantic Records. This is a 1979 release. Donny Hathaway died, I think, about a year after this album was recorded. Fantastic, fantastic singers, fantastic soul album. Beautiful voices, Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway. Next, a band that doesn't get shown very much on the VC, I don't think, but is a pretty good prog band. Band I'm talking about, of course, is Coliseum. The album is called Daughter of Time. It is a 1970 release, I believe. It's a gatefold Canadian press, in great shape. It's a cutout, a little bit of ring wear, but the record is in fantastic shape. It's near mint. It's a Star Series. Coliseum is a British prog band, more jazz-leaning prog, I think, jazz, blues, but some great personnel on here. John Heisman, Dick Hextall-Smith, David Greenslade, Dave Clemson, Mark Clark, and Chris Farlow on vocals. So this is, I don't know, I only have 2 other Coliseum albums, so I don't know where this one fits in, but this is a pretty early one. So really happy to find this. Like I said, never see it in the bins. And while I was up in Gibson's at my sister-in-law's, we went up to a town called Sechelt. Excuse me, still not over my cold. But anyways, we went into a vintage store selling furniture, clothes, etc., etc. And I was just tagging along with the girls, my wife and my sister-in-law, Karen. And Janet says, Jack, gives me a nudge. She says, boxes of records over there. So I went over and took a look. And of course, as most vintage stores or antique stores, they had 3 boxes of records that were wildly overpriced. But they had a box of records that were priced at $5 a piece, and I found a couple that were in good enough shape to bring home, and that is an album that I should own, but I don't. This Average White Band breakout album in the United States. I think it's their second record, but this is just a fantastic, fantastic album. Robbie McIntosh died shortly after this album was released. He was the drummer, sadly, of an overdose. Every song on here, this is like a greatest hits record, really. It's You Got It, Got the Love, Pick Up the Pieces, Person to Person, Work to Do. That first side, man, that is an album that's worthy of the Perfect Sides tag that was going on a little while ago. So really happy to find this. This cost me $5. And this was so happy to find this. This is such a great record. This is the Eisley Brothers 3+3 featuring That Lady. Fantastic hit for those guys. Eisley Brothers have been around since forever, since the mid-60s or the early 60s in one form or another. But this song, this is a banger for sure. It's got That Lady, Don't Let Me Be Lonely Tonight, If You Were There, Walk Your Way. Listen to the music. And they do a great version of that Seals and Crofts annoying song, Summer Breeze, but they do a really, really funky version of that. And so happy to have this. I need to bump up my soul collection. I don't have enough soul records. I love soul music, and for $5, this was a steal of the day. So anyways, that's what I got. 10 records. Making it pretty short this time. I am going to catch up on some of the vinyl tags that are going around, the Vinyl Tag 2025, which is a little controversial. Maybe do the Sad Bastard tag. I think my friend David Atkinson put together his own little Vinyl Tag 2024 from previous Vinyl Tags. He blended some questions, so that sounds really interesting. So I'm going to give that a whirl. Like I said, 2024 was a brilliant year. 2025 is shaping up to be another great year. Got a little trip planned coming up at the end of this month. Going to find a little bit of sun somewhere south of us. I am going to a couple of concerts. I got tickets for AC/DC, which was going to be a banger in Vancouver. I've got tickets for ZZ Top here in town. And I am thinking about getting a ticket to see Jason Isbell in Vancouver in April, I think. So lots to do, lots of trips that I'm planning. I'm trying to finalize right now. Of course, I'm going to be making my way out to Buffalo to the MGK Keg Party. Hope to meet some more VC members. I am going to meet up with some local VC members. I'm going to meet up with Fitz and maybe a couple of other guys here in Vancouver, or at least in the southwest portion of British Columbia. So lots coming up, and lots of trips, events, whatever you want to call it. So lots to look forward to. So thanks again for watching. Really appreciate you subbing me up, taking the time to watch these videos. Send me some comments, love comments, and anyways, till the next time. I won't take as much time to do my next video. I'm going to do another video, a tag video, in the next couple of days. So see you around, and hope you guys have a great weekend and a great night. Cheers, everybody.